if you search for, let's say, for example, Dell or Macy's or, whatever it is, there are many times when they're the only ones protecting their brand, right? And around 50% of the time, people will click on the ad first before clicking organically because they don't care. Some people don't even understand the difference between an ad or not. And what happened, that wastes the marketing budget. So our technology, when it identifies, if I'm searching for Macy's, let's be honest, the first page of Google is all about Macy's. You don't need an ad for that if you don't have a competitor. But if J.C. Penney has an ad there, then there's a slight chance that the searcher might click on J.C. Penney. So you definitely want to have your ad and you want to protect your brand. Um, but in that case, you don't want to have your ad there because you're basically taking on the first full page of Google. So that's in regards to that. Another thing that it does is, let's say even if your competitors are bidding at the same time as you are, our tool is also able to do an A/B testing and see exactly and identify how much you need to spend to stay on position one and not drop in position. So let's say, for example, on Amazon, right? I'm spending right now $20 to protect my brand, but my competitors are spending $10. So our A/B tool is going to be testing to lower the bid and increase the bid to understand how much your competitors are bidding. So instead of me bidding $20 on my bid, I'll bid only $11. So I'm saving $9 per click, and I'm still appearing first on the ad when my competitors are there.
Hold on, hold on. I think I missed some of the stuff at the beginning because I was trying to figure out how to let you share your screen.
Oh,
If
sorry
you
about
could
that.
tell me again how it's different from ClickCease. Sorry, from the
So
top, but
yeah,
not
so
like I got some of the last part of it, but I didn't get
sure.
the beginning.
So what ClickSees is doing is they're actually protecting out fraud per se, right? So many times, a lot of competitors, what they do is they'll go ahead and click on someone's ad, right? And what happens is their marketing budget is being
Yeah.
wasted because someone clicked on it. So they're protecting you against fraud and like clicks that are not supposed to be made, and when your competitors are trying to hurt you. What we're doing is something different. It's not about a security thing. It's not a cybersecurity. It's not a security issue. It's more of a costing and a protecting the brand, right? Many times people wonder if it's worth protecting the brand. So our technology does many different things, and I'm just going to name two of them to, save your time. One of them is, if right now you search, for example, let's say Monday.com or let's say Salesforce, right? So Salesforce is going to protect their brand and bid on their company, their own brand. Now,
Right.
there's many times when Salesforce is the only one protecting their brand and no other competitor is bidding on Salesforce. So
Yeah.
50% of the times, people will
It's not
tend to
really.
click on the ad. Mhm.
I mean, we have some competitors that bid on our brand, but it's not very. There's not a lot of them, and there's
Correct.
maybe one big one and they just kind of they have just like a shotgun broad approach to their paid search, which is they just have a lot of money, so they just do that.
Yeah.
Um, for us, we've got it pretty dialed in on our delivery for our search. We run a very profitable Google search ads program across
Mhm.
our different business lines. So it's one of our primary channels. And we also have tested bidding on other people's, other businesses' brands that we compete with. And it has not been a fruitful exercise, given that we're a nonprofit. We don't have super deep pockets, but we're able to cover most of we can cover most of the search volume when it matters
Mhm.
for all of the topics, and we know all of the topics that are important to us for
Correct.
bidding. So we don't really we're not in the stage where we're trying to explore, expand out, to different keyword topics. We've already identified where the traffic is that matters for our business,
Mhm.
and there's minimal unexplored territory for us because we have a very mature program with a lot of historical data. So when it comes to protecting our brand, it's probably, I mean, like we're usually at the top of results um, for different
So
searches.
So what here's we're not really talking about being on the top of results. Here's for example a great example on Monday.com, right? So you
Hmm.
can see here that Monday, when I search for Monday, they have a sponsored
Yeah.
ad, and right below they appear organically,
Yep.
right? So at
Which,
this
that
time,
happens.
yeah, so at this time, basically our software, once it identifies this, it'll go ahead and turn off your ad, leaving you just organic, meaning this is how the
Hmm,
SERP is going to look like. And
I
of course, you can
see.
see everywhere is Monday, 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 their YouTube channel, Google Play, Yahoo Finance, everything that basically goes about Monday.
Can I ask you this? Do you know, are you able to like tell us like what percentage of the time this happens?
Yes, correct. So here, so basically here, this is where it basically goes under the analytics. 1 second here. Let me just here. This is a live monitoring. So we're able to know everything. We're also able to know what your competitors are doing, okay? When they're bidding on you, what time they're bidding on you, and what is their marketing strategy against you. As I mentioned, our thing was down, so I'm hoping that it's going to come up here. But over here, you will see that solo bidder rate. You'll see the percentage of the times per keyword, per search term, and as well during what time of the day. They'll give you by hour on where on hourly on where they are basically going against you, right? So here I'm gonna just let me try to refresh this page here.
You mean
This is
when competitors are placing ads
on your
that
brand.
on our brand where otherwise we would be showing up number one on the organic results?
You'll be showing up organically most likely anyway, no matter what. You're going to be appearing organically. The difference is that their ad will be on top of you.
Yeah, right.
That's
But
yeah.
so that won't always be the case, right? It's like sometimes people do a search, there won't be an ad presented. There will just be
Correct.
our
So here
result
I'll
at the
give
top.
you
That's
here and I give you
organic.
an example that we did for extra space. Here's an example to give you an idea. Let me just find the right slide and then I'll do a slideshow so it can be bigger on your screen. So this is the example, right, where you have extra space and right on below they're organically. Then you have cases where extra space is not protecting their brand.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have cases where you could be paying a lower CPC at the same CTR and the CVR. Meaning, let's say, for example, storage post is basically spending $5 to bid on your brand, but you're spending $20 to bid on your brand. We do a lot of A/B testing to identify how much they're spending on your brand, and then we're able to lower your maximum bid to $7 because they're bidding 5, so we give it that extra $2 space, but you're still saving those $3 per click. You understand?
I'm trying to follow you. So I understand, but you could pay a lower, you're saying you could pay a lower cost per click, same with the same click-through rate.
And still be first.